No promises, no demands. Love is a battlefield.
You leave this house now!
No one can tell us where
You can just forget about coming back!
Believe
I chose those songs intentionally. The first one, you know the other two. Pat Benatar, Love is a Battlefield, and Guns N' Roses, that one just now, Welcome to the Jungle. You might not know the first one. The first one was released 6 or 7 years ago by Hungarian techno producer David Tomasi. The guy in that track doing the vocals was a man everyone in the scene only knows as Mr. A. I don't know who Mr. A is. Presumably, Tomasi himself obviously knows who Mr. A is. The seventh is a poem written 1,000 years ago, back in the 16th or 17th century by a, I think, Hungarian poet, Attila Joseph. You might be asking me why I chose that song to accompany me in this video. All those three songs tie into a central theme. The seventh is about, it's about a lot. But it's also, at its core, the message, the message David Tomasi was sending when he produced that track was, be careful, right? Sit back and let people do their shit, right? Things you can't control. That sort of idea. You heard the lyric, you yourself must be the seventh, okay? What that means is everybody around you can do as they so choose and say as they choose and behave as they choose. And all of this messaging and rhetoric. Tomasi's message by writing that track, yes, he borrowed from the poet, but the message is violently clear. You have to learn how to sit back and just and if you can muster it, cut your way through the weeds, right? You heard the lyric, you yourself must be the seventh. In other words, you have to be the one who has the strength and the tenacity to against all the bullshit, rise, right? You yourself must be the seventh. I've been made aware of some distressing things in my community, and I'm a little pissed off. Okay? The things that I'm going to speak, the things that I'm going to express today are not isolated to the queer community. It could be anybody. Doesn't matter who it is. The unfortunate thing is the incidences that are on my mind are in this community. Okay? And it's disappointing to have found out these things. These behaviors and the circumstances behind them are not my life. Okay? I do not live these lives. Thankfully. But just the same, unfortunately, I'm bearing witness to behavior that pisses me off. I don't know. I don't know any other way to do this other than to do it this way, right? Everyone knows this is what I fucking do. I'm going to not mention any names because the names aren't important. The who is not important. You understand me? What I'm going to be talking about is the idea, right? So, names withheld well, the saying goes, names withheld to protect the innocent. Today we're doing names withheld to protect the guilty. As I just said, I'm talking about an idea here, behavior. So, yeah. And it doesn't matter that well, you know what I'm trying to say. This could apply to anybody, all right? But the fact remains that this is behavior, and I have questions of my own, but this behavior is happening in like real time. So I have a few things to say. I don't quite know how to proceed through this, so I'm just going to start talking. There are people out there who, for reasons I can't give you, forbid their partners from pursuing things they enjoy. Okay? What the fuck is wrong with you? Who are you? All right? There's an expression. Hurt people hurt people. Couldn't be simpler. Where the fuck do you get off? No matter who you're with, sitting back and going, I don't want you to do this because of my feelings about it. It not only speaks volumes of who your character is, but it also speaks volumes of what you think of who you're with. I don't give a good goddamn about who you are. Your life is not mine. And I can't control your choices. But who the fuck do you think you are? My cousin, my late cousin, may he rest in peace. He was a stylist, a media level stylist. Okay? He worked with a resume full of famous people and so on. He lived his dream. We were talking one time, and he said he said what you hear on set, not specific wording, but he said what you would hear out of people is the idea of, do you know who I think I am? Okay? I'm going to say that again. Do you know who I think I am? I think that relates a lot to the stories that I've heard. A lot. The individuals in question, if they are aware of the harm they are causing their partners, they don't give a fuck. And if they're unaware of it, I feel bad for those individuals. And I feel even worse for the partners. In both instances, it's not the partner's fault. Well, it kind of is, because the partners who are receiving this treatment sit back and fucking take it. They sit back on their laurels and they fucking take it. Okay? in the hetero world, or in the guy world, everyone knows misogyny and like beefing up and all this shit exists, right? To coin a phrase, misogyny, everyone calls alcoholism a fucking disease. I don't agree with that, but here we are. That's a whole nother conversation. In that vein, you could call misogyny, the monster that misogyny is, its own little disease. And I don't care if you're a fag, I don't care if you're straight, I don't give a fuck who you are. My question is, to relate it to my community, the queer community, if a male who is in a relationship with another male and is behaving the way I'm talking about, is that misogyny? You see where I'm going here? My question is misogyny specifically related to male versus female? Or is it a blanket term, a blanket word rather, to encompass all behavior related to lording over someone, so to speak? Okay? If there is a word for two guys in a relationship and one of them is lording their thoughts and feelings over their partner, if there's a word for that other than misogyny, I don't know what it is. So I'm open to that. I'm getting into semantics here and language, but I'm curious. If misogyny is a blanket phrase or word, so be it. There are individuals out there who can't perform because their partners are scared that they're being unfaithful when they're out and about in the clubs. Hang on. Who the fuck are you? I'm speaking to the partners now. Who the fuck are you to deny who the fuck are you to deny your partner something they enjoy? Okay? Who died and put you in charge? Check your fucking insecurities. I was talking to my own partner about this. And I brought up the point that I'm happy that I don't understand this behavior. I'll say that again. I'm happy that I don't understand this behavior. I've been performing in 2 months for a year. Not only does my partner fucking support every move I make in terms of performing, but I travel alone. Every time I'm downtown, I travel alone. She would never fathom the idea of denying me something that lights me up. How fucking dare you? Like I said, check your insecurities, motherfucker. And what's worse, the people out there, these toxic behavioralists, their partners sit back and fucking take it. Tell me I can't perform. See what happens. Fuck, I'm so fucking angry about this. My partner had a funny joke when we were discussing this. She goes, "Yeah, hon, I don't want you to perform anymore, because I know you're downtown. I know you're downtown sucking dick in alleyways." Fuck you, you fucking prick. Whoever you are. Whoever you are, and whoever's engaging in this fucking behavior toward your own partner, someone you're allegedly supposed to, you allegedly love, denying them of something that fucking lights them up like Mardi Gras. And you've got the fucking tits to sit back and go, "I don't like it, don't do it." You're a piece of shit, whoever you are. A little Capella for you. You got to know to end this off. Look inside yourself and check your fucking insecurities and let your partners be themselves. And have the conversations.